Marcus is a 12-year-old boy that had just moved to London with his mother Fiona. She is divorced, trying to recover. Marcus has problems with fitting into the new school. Will is a grown 36-year-old man that acts like a teenager. He is rich, single, and does not care about anything that isn't his own pleasure. He is a womanizer, and he went to a support group for single parents hoping to find women he could date there. He met Suzie that told him about her son Ned. Marcus came home from school that day and found his mother in a bad condition. She told him that he had to go to the group's meeting with Suzie. Marcus and Will met by accident on the group's meeting when Fiona tried to take her own life. In the meeting, Will told an invented story about his imaginary son, and when Marcus and Suzie came home, they found Fiona that tried to kill herself, and they took her to the emergency room. She recovered physically, but Suzie thought she could use somebody to share her problems with and start a family, so she tries to convince Will and Fiona to go on a date. Will does not fancy Fiona, so he goes back to his old life, until one day Marcus came knocking at his door because he was scared Fiona will hurt herself again. Marcus realized that Will lied about having a son, and he told him he'll tell the whole truth if he doesn't go out with his mom. Marcus starts visiting Will after school. One day, Will opened the door to his apartment and sees Marcus being bullied and hit by bonbons because of his clothes. Will was very angry, and at first he didn't want to help Marcus because he was scared of the responsibility, but in the end he did help him and taught him how to be a normal kid and how to deal with his mom's depression. Marcus and Will became friends and taught each other how to behave. Will taught Marcus how to enjoy life, and Marcus taught Will how to accept and deal with responsibility. Will bought Marcus some new clothes, but it gets stolen the other day. Fiona found out about their meetings and about Will's lie about having a son, so she forbids Marcus to see him anymore because she believed that Will could be a bad influence. Fiona was also scared that Will might use Marcus to meet new women because he had a bad reputation. In school, Marcus went to report the stealing, and in the principal's office he met Ellie, a young rebel and a big fan of Nirvana and Kurt Cobain. Ellie became friends with Marcus because, as she say, she thought he was an interesting man. Marcus invited Will to a Christmas party at his house. Even though Will did not like those kinds of parties, he attended anyway. Fiona, Will, and Marcus had a great time until Suzie arrived and realized that Will invented a son at the meeting just so CWO0ULD sympathized with him. She believed that Will humiliated other people with his lying. Something big happened to Will at that party. He met Rachel and he fell in love. Will found out she had a son, Ellie, so he invented that he also had a son from his first marriage and that his son was actually Marcus. Rachel invited him and his invented son over for dinner. Will begged Marcus to fake that he's his son and go to see Rachel with him. Marcus agreed. The problem was meeting Ellie. He was furious about his mom meeting another man that is not his father, so he started yelling at them. Marcus ran away and Will followed him. They became even bigger friends then. Will fantasized about Rachel, but he knew that he had to tell her the truth, and that then everything will be over. Fiona started to get worse again, and Marcus asked for Will's help. Will was again afraid of the responsibility, so he went and asked Rachel for advice. Rachel offered to talk to Fiona, but in the end she convinced Will to do it. Fiona sent Marcus to visit his father in Cambridge because he broke his arm. Ellie accompanied him. Ellie and Marcus saw in the newspaper that Kurt Cobain committed suicide. Ellie got so sad that she got drunk, jumped out of the train, and threw a boot at a music shop that had a big Kurt Cobain's poster on it. The police arrested Marcus and Ellie because of the window breaking, and they told them everything that happened. Marcus's father comes to take them out of jail, and he brings his new girlfriend along. Soon after, Fiona, Will, and Ellie's mother arrived to the station. They made Ellie meet the owner of the music shop whose window she broke. Ellie apologized to him. Marcus talked to his father, but he didn't mention his problems with his mom nor school. Marcus didn't tell him about his problems because he grew up and was aware of the fact that he doesn't have to depend on a father that's never around because he has plenty of other people that are here for him. Those people were Will, Suzie, Fiona, Ellie, and others. Will realized that Rachel changed his life, and he decided to take on the responsibility that comes with a love relationship and serious friendships with Suzie, Fiona, and Marcus.